On the 23rd of, or the 20th of March, sorry, 2023, I posted several videos on prophetic dreams that my children and I had that God gave us over the span of 2 decades. Most of them were concerning world events, and that is why we posted it. I withheld one dream, and those of you that have a discerning spirit probably felt that I was withholding something. God very clearly told me it was time to tell everyone about it, or those that will see, and and to warn them so that they cannot see, so that no one can say that they weren't warned. It is concerning the economic collapse of the UK. In the dream, my daughter and I were in a historic mill that was converted into a mall, a shopping center. We were on the ground level and we went upstairs to the first floor, and there was a bomb in the middle of the floor, and no one were giving it any mind. They were ignoring it, seeing it and not caring, but they knew it was a bomb and they knew what it was. My daughter saw it, and she tried to dismantle the bomb and she put on coffee and sugar and flour and stuff on top of the bomb, and but knowing that it's futile, it's not going to work what she's trying to do. When the bomb started ticking, she threw the bomb aside and she grabbed someone and said, "Let's get out of here." And the three of us, ran down the stairs, and the bomb exploded, and there was debris everywhere and dust everywhere, things falling apart, and it was a very dangerous situation. We ran to the back of the building where there was a female um, bathroom, and inside the bathroom there were a lot of women crying hysterically, but they didn't move. They wanted to stay there, and they were just crying hysterically, and they were very upset. And my daughter and I were telling them, "You have to get out. You can't stay here." And we went out a door and we dragged one woman with us. And when we were outside, we went to our car that was parked a distance away. And my husband and my son were inside the car. And the four of us went back to the mall to see if we could help anyone. And when we got there, there was a large crowd looking on the disaster. The building was destroyed. It was collapsed into itself. And there were police everywhere and helping and trying to sort things out. And when we got out of the car and we were trying to see what we can do to help, a dog came up to us and sniffed my daughter and started barking, and we decided it wasn't worth it to get involved in an aggressive situation. So we decided to leave, and we walked around the building to the back of the building to see if there was anyone we can help there. And we found a building adjacent to the mall that was badly damaged, but it still stood. And when we went inside, we could see it was a museum. So there were two people inside, and my daughter gave them her gloves to wear because she thought the women's hands were cold. And we were helping cleaning up the place, um, and my daughter was looking around seeing what it was. So it was this museum, the part of the mall that had been changed into a museum. But before it had been a museum, it was a post office. It had been a post office. And before it had been a post office, it had been a mall. So it had gone through 3 stages. So mall, then post office, then museum, and the building itself was damaged. The one wall was very badly damaged, and wood and planks and things lying around. And one of the staircases where you could go upstairs, you couldn't use it because it was damaged. And while she was there, my son and my husband told her there had been information in the time when the building had been a post office. And that information was very important information. It was like, I think it was like secrets. And it had been damaged when the mall exploded. So that information was lost. And I remember my daughter was very upset about that. That was the thing that bothered her the most, that the information was gone now. And then she woke up. Okay, so because God said I have to give a very clear interpretation so that there is no ambiguity to what this might mean, I will give a very clear interpretation of the dream. The dream means the UK will fall economically. The economic part of the UK will fall, but the historic part of the UK will remain. What will make, what will cause the UK to fall is a very large industry in the UK. One of the largest industries in the UK will collapse permanently, and that will cause a permanent economic collapse of the UK. Okay, I hope you have understanding. May you be blessed in the name of Jesus Christ.